Seed Stationery. Seed Stationery is a faith-based stationery business here on a mission to empower and encourage other women to grow in their journey towards organizational and spiritual growth. I'm so excited to break down to you guys our new faith planner launching September 21st. Oh, I'm so excited. This is one of our cover options. It's like this lilac with like gray undertones, and it says just me, my planner, and Jesus. And I'm just so excited for this, y'all. But before we dive in, I really wanted to give you guys the context behind this collection and this planner. Coming up with a planner is something I knew I really wanted to do eventually. There was a lot of Bible study time behind this collection. And what sparked that actually was being in the book of Daniel 6:4. That specific verse really grasped me. Like, it hooked me in, and it made me realize that Daniel had work ethic, and I wanted to find out the themes, the keys to his work ethic. Because if you notice in the book of Daniel, every time before Daniel got promoted, he went through a trial. And I started to catch on to that. I started to be aware of how Daniel was described. He was described to have God's favor, to have God's wisdom, the Spirit of the Lord in him. As I continued in this study, I started to realize the main component to Daniel's work ethic was his faith. Daniel 6:4 says that he was so faithful over his work that the men trying to go after him and that were scheming against him could not find any fault in him. So they had to go after him against the law of his God. That is the verse that struck out to me the most and ignited something in me, that it made me realize how important it is to be organized, to have a work ethic, to be faithful over where God has put us, all that he's given us. Daniel was in a land that he wasn't even from, and yet he ended up ranking so high in the kingdom. I slowly started to realize that we have to move with God. A lot of times it can be so easy to stay stuck, stagnant, idle, because we just don't have a proper sense of direction, don't have routines and systems and things in place for ourselves to be able to do what God has called us to do, to be able to steward over the things that God has given us. And it's very practical things. Sometimes those practical things are what we struggle with the most. Over the summer, I've really just honed into Daniel 1-6. And I started to slowly implement those things into my own life as well. Like, Daniel prayed 3 times a day. I'm still not praying 3 times a day, but I do talk to God consistently throughout the day. Before Daniel went to give anybody wisdom or interpret anything, he always went to God first. I just started to realize these themes. I have a King James reference study Bible, so on other stories that were referenced through these same themes was the story of Joseph, Solomon. Made me start to think about how so many other people in the Bible had to move to see God's blessing on the other side, or to see how God was going to show his hand on the other side of what they were walking through. And a lot of times I feel like that is just what it is to walk out your faith practically, is to continue to take steps forward to where God is leading you, so that we can see his hand through it and the blessing on the other side of it. So that is like the key components to what really birthed this collection and the biblical and spiritual intentionality behind this. And then on the practical sense, it's set up in a way for you to commit to your goals. So there's quarterly planning, there's monthly planning, there's reflection questions, habit trackers, all that kind of stuff in there, because those are practical things, practical tools that we can use on a day-to-day basis. And then of course, I had to make it cute. I had to make it look good, you know. So there are a lot of things that have been implemented with this collection as I'm learning and growing as well. So one of the things I want to talk about is the outside first. There is a new laminate cover. So there's this cloudy matte soft touch finish, so your planner will have that extra protection. It will feel good and nice in your hands. We have, of course, some black wire O coils, and it just feels really good holding it. Like, it's giving, I'm booked, I need to plan my week, you know. And on the inside covers, there is the matching color to the outside. Of course, back here is our little logo. When it comes to the sense of design, I really wanted this collection to feel elevated, to feel mature. I really wanted this planner to embody part of my mission statement that is helping other women embark on a path of harmony, purpose, and joy, seamlessly integrating organization and faith into your day-to-day life. And that is what this planner is giving. Okay, so I'm gonna take it off me now and we're gonna get into the planner. Okay, so this is cover option 1. Again, that lilac gray, just me, my planner, and Jesus. Again, with the design, I wanted it to be something very modern and minimalistic. This is cover option 2 with the same little saying, just me, my planner, and Jesus. And the and Jesus is in like this wine red. This also has the laminate soft touch on it. These are mock-ups, so you see like this streak down here of just like a color fade. That won't be on the final designs. The 2025 and a little cross here, again, very modern minimalist design. Then we have here more like fall vibes type of girl, walking with Christ and figuring out life. I love that little saying because it is literally, I think, my life in a sentence, and I think so many of us can relate to that as well. This is like, it's almost like a purpley brown. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's a really pretty rich color. And then the words are black and just kind of like this faded nude as well. And this is cover option 4 with that same saying, walking with Christ and figuring out life planner. This is a mix of nude and brown on here. All right, so let's get into this planner, girl. Start off with your intro page and be greeting with this nice little saying. Again, a space to embark on a path of harmony, purpose, and joy, seamlessly integrating organization and faith into day-to-day life. Then we have a scripture down here. It is Proverbs 31:30 in the King James. Favor is deceitful and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. This planner, y'all, it is filled with so many seeds of faith. So I put that scripture there for a reason, to keep your faith at the forefront of everything. Then as you go on, it is this little mission statement page, a little bit of where you can find Sow the Seed Stationery, a yearly overview of 2025. And then we have intentions for the year. So there's some great like just journal prompts to get you going. And there's this brain dump. Me, I love to kind of write everything down that, again, that brain dump, just get it all out there and then kind of organize my thoughts. A full year 12-month planner. We have quarterly planning, so all 4 quarters are in here. And again, you'll find a scripture here. I won't read all of the scriptures, so you guys can, you know, get a chance to read them for yourselves. Here we have like just this little honeycomb divider where you can put whatever months you're jumping into, a mini brain dump, events, important dates, And then on this side, you can break those months up into tasks and milestones. And then we have some reflection questions here. Then we get into goals for this month. So before each month, you'll have this spread, and you can break up your goals between personal, work or business, spiritual, and home. And then again, more questions to really help you just be intentional about the month you're stepping into. We have our monthly slide. So it is an undated 12-month planner. You can jump in and out of it at whatever pace you need to. Here we have top 3 goals, important dates, reminders, and again, each monthly slide has a different scripture. This one is Psalm 73:26. My flesh and my heart faileth, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. I just love just those little seeds throughout to help you be reminded to keep your faith at the forefront of everything. Then we get into the prayer logs. Y'all really love the prayer logs in the journals, and I really wanted to incorporate that into the planners as well, because again, cultivating a prayerful life is. Then we get into the planning portion. So it is a weekly planner as well. Up here we start off with week of intentions for the week, priorities, scripture or quote, and each day is broken down like this. So if you're a to-do list kind of girl, you can do it that way. If you like to daily plan, you can still time block in these spaces. There's so much room here for creativity, whether you kind of categorize your day in different highlighter colors, stickers, or just bullet point. You can do so much here. We flip over for each week. You can come back at the end of the day and come here to your daily wins and just write down some wins for the day. I know it can be a lot, you know, there's so many things going on in life. If you're a student, a mom, a working mom, a working student, we usually just feel the exhaustion of our very long days when we're juggling so much, that I think it's really important to write down our wins for the day. Even because I know for me too as well, sometimes I don't journal every single day, but this can be just a nice little space where it's like, I'm too tired to journal, but you know what? I think I can write down something that was a win for today. And then at the end of the week, you can have your favorite moment of the week. Here, I will pick this up for this part because I really want to show y'all this. I'm so excited for this. We have a Bible reading tracker and a habit tracker. So you have your book and chapter, and then you just another little practical way to help you stay consistent in reading your word and cultivating new habits, or sticking to ones that you already have but you need to get better consistency with. Weekly reflection on the other side, and it's just some more great little prompt questions to reflect on how your week went and how you can be intentional about next week. So that repeats for 5 weeks. Then at the end of each month, there's a monthly budget and spending tracker. There's like a little savings tracker as well. So this is just another small help too, where either if you are a budget person or you're good with your finances, this is just a template where you can continue to do that and have it all in one space. Or if it's something you want to implement, it's a great simple template that you can start doing that. And then we have monthly reflection, so just kind of reflecting on how the month went. It's more intentional questions here, and then it ends with thoughts, and you can continue that in your notes. Get into another quarter. So all of that repeats for the rest of the year, and at the end here you will find a vision board. For me, I know I'm a very visual person, so you can make your own little visual here. Use blank template to really help you be intentional about the year ahead. And again, another place to have a testimony where y'all know that scripture where it says Habakkuk 2:2. Write the vision down and make it plain. We ended off with a yearly recap. So just that same honeycomb style here, and it says celebrate wins, memories, and even trials, because y'all know them trials, we got to be grateful for them. Like I said, Daniel was promoted after every trial. So we gotta celebrate those too sometimes. Very end, you'll find a sticker page. So there's to do, paid, appointment, all of those kind of thing, notes, some little icons on the side, and of course some faith stickers as well.